Hello and welcome to RC Birds, and thanks for stopping by. As long as the weather is unreliable for doing some filming out on the track, I decided to do a little series about tips and tricks for painting. This is the first video of the 3 videos I'm planning. It's about the hard bodies or ABS bodies. So I hope you have some fun with it. I'm not a professional painter, so I cannot guarantee you that the tips and tricks I tell you will help you to improve your painting. It's up to each modeler. My experience is that with some little tricks, you improve your painting right from the start. So tip number 1, and this is really essential for all the other steps that will follow later on, is take your time. Don't get in a hurry, neither what you do on your paint job or in preparation. Take your time, and this is half of the rent. I don't know if my English friend using this term outside, half of the rent. Here in Germany we use it if you make a big progress in some kind of issues or problems you like to solve. So put your paint job on a day where you have enough time to do it. So please don't do the paint job right after you're coming home from your job, between the evening lunch or the homework or some cleaning up. You really have to reserve some time for it. Don't see the finished product, just see the next step on your paint job. This is a better motivation to do all this. The second trick is the plan. Make a real good plan for the complete painting. I mean, not only which layer comes next. Instead, like you can see here, I first put the complete body together. It is screwed here. And then painted it. And for the clotbuster, I can't put it first together, this part, and 2 of these roll bar mounts. Had to paint it separate because of this chrome grill. I couldn't paint it in one piece. Here it was much easier. The tailgate was connected to the body, not the roll cage and not the front grill. But the body was complete together, and then I can paint it. This was one issue plane I made right before, as I had the models here on my workbench. Or to build up the body parallel to the chassis, this might be a good plan too. It spares some time when working, because I know some of you just build up the chassis in a few hours, want to put the body on, go out and drive, and the body is almost the part which takes the most time of the build. Another part of the plan is if you're using different colors on a body. Here we haven't it, but there are some models out there with some racing stripes, where you have to get clear which color you made first. For hard bodies, the rule says first the bright and shiny colors and then the dark colors. This is good if the body is in a bright color and the stripes have a dark color. Then you just can mask off the parts with the stripes and paint it then. Most of the time it's the other way around. The body has a dark color and the stripes are bright. So there is a question, how do I do this? My solution would be paint the complete body in the bright color, then mask the stripes off, and then paint the dark color. You can also paint the area with a bright color, but believe me, between, let's say we have two stripes, between the two stripes and at the edges of the stripes, you get some overlapping color and you see it. You see it. So this is my solution. Paint the complete body in the bright color. This is another kind of a plan. That you're putting accents with a paintbrush or a pen. You get paint pens from some manufacturers, which are very good. This is another kind. Or when do I have to put on the decals? Before or after the clear coat? This is all part of the plan you have to do if you want to make a good body. The third trick is test your colors. If you're lucky, you get all colors from one manufacturer, and they should not react with one each other. One each other. Egal. But if some of your paints are from different manufacturers, I hardly recommend you test it. You got some sprues left over, and at these sprues where the parts are put on in the kit, there's always a little stripe where the production number or the part tree number is printed on, that you can use very good. Or if you don't have any other comparable plastics, buy some cheap 1x72 display planes and use this model plastic for your color tests. It's better to waste a few drops of your color than to ruin the whole body. But if you're lucky, then all colors come from one manufacturer. Like here, these are automotive colors from the manufacturer Duplicolor. You get them in hardware stores, and I think no matter where you are on Earth, you've got a hardware store with an automotive department where you can get lots of colors, sometimes more colors than the model manufacturers have, and they are a little bit more durable than the model colors. For all my big wheelers, I use effect color from just one manufacturer. This applies to the gray primer, the black effect primer, the effect color, and later on, after putting on the stickers, the clear coat. So I never had an issue with these colors, and of course I tested it on a little piece of plastic. My fourth recommendation or tip is the preparation of the body. And as I said in the first step, take your time for that. You have to drill all holes you have to drill. Here on these hard bodies, this isn't so often as on the polycarbonate bodies. For the preparation is here, in this case, that I put the tailgate on. And the other thing is wash it with soap water, and after that clean it up with alcohol or some other things. Although these things are other produced than the Lexan bodies, there is still some remainings of the production on them. So clean it up, make sure all holes are drilled, mask everything you have to mask. Here I'm too quick at this time. We start here with the primer. Always prime the body. This is a kind of preparation too. It helps that the color stays on the body, and even removes some markings that may be on there from the production. And after that, you can always sand it down and add some primer too. Another kind of preparation is put the body on some kind of helping parts. Don't know if this is the right term. I always use adhesive double-sided tape, where this is a short foam block, where I put the body on and then I can move it really easy without touching the body, and make sure just before you start that you never touch the body again, because your fingers put some talcum on the body, and this might affect the color you are using later. And now we are coming to trick number 5. Do dry runs. As I said, if you have attached your body here, just train the painting. Take your body, take the spray can, and see how you have to move your hands. Later on, when you are painting is a very dynamic thing. You can change this. You just want start at the one side of the body and end up the other side, and going always in the same distance, and get every corner on the body painted. And just 2 or 3 moves. This is right. Do more than 1 layer. You don't have to put the color on in one painting step. So some dry runs or practice is very good, and this should improve the later result on your body. Trick number 6. These are painting mistakes. Some kind of runners or bubbles or something else you might see. Or if you're painting outside, there might be some pollen flying outside, or insects. Insects like the smell of fresh color. So the best part for a painting is if you have a paint cabin with some air sucking system. But most of us don't have this, so we go outside for fresh air, and insects are ruining our bodies. So my trick number 6 is the handling of mistakes. And as I said in the very first step, don't get in a hurry. Everything is fine. You're just putting some light layers of color on it. You can repeat it. So if you find a mistake, put some sandpaper, sand the mistake off, not too far. You don't want to get to the primer. Just remove the layer of color, very careful, in a very limited spot. And after that you can just, with 1 or 2 little sprays, you have the mistake corrected. Sandpaper is one kind of solution to correct mistakes in the painting. The other thing is toothpaste. Toothpaste is good as any other polish paste, and it's slightly better because you can wipe it off with warm water without leaving any reduces on the body. And I also use it after finishing the last color. Before I put on the stickers and the clear coat, I polish it up with toothpaste. And then wash it off. It's really great. And it also, if you had some dust or little steps from the painting, it will remove everything. But also here, as in the first step, if you see some mistakes, don't panic. Take your time. The mistake is there. You can do nothing about it. And to just correct it. So please let the body dry out and then go to the next step, which is removing your mistakes. So I hope I told you some nice tricks, and you see Carmen will do the race and the rest will go on by itself. If you got some questions, please write it down in the comments. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. See you soon on AC Birds.